So I may have raided my grandma's library of crochet books recently. Anyways, welcome to my YouTube channel, Stitch of This. I'm Marissa, and today we're going to talk about these books that I got from my grandma, as well as a crochet curriculum a little bit later. Since I've started crocheting, I've really only learned to crochet off of watching YouTube videos, which I'm incredibly grateful for because I don't think I would have completed anything without a video. But since I have acquired these books recently, I have since discovered that I do not know how to read a pattern. So what I want to do is kind of go through these books, show you a few things that I'm interested in crocheting, and then to get to a point where I'm actually able to crochet based off of pattern, I think I need to go back to the basics a little bit and learn more about the foundations of crochet. But before we get into the crochet curriculum part of this video, I just wanted to go through a few of these books because these are really cool, and honestly they're probably all printed before I was born, which is kind of fun to see, like how some of the fashion trends are different, but a lot of them are actually things that I would wear now, and I think things that are coming around and are popular again today. So, you know, trends just come around and go, but I thought it would be kind of cool to look at a few of these and just see what's in them. I did bookmark a few that I wanted to show y'all. The premise of this book is one skein wonder, so I assume everything in here you should be able to crochet with just one skein. I really want to crochet a bag, so I'll insert pictures here of what is in here, but this first one is a brown bag with beads on it, and I really want to learn how to crochet with beads specifically, but I thought this was a nice little shoulder bag that looked like something I might actually use. Okay, so Niles the crocodile I think is adorable. I used to have a like little crocodile purse as a kid. Like, he's cute. I love him. This one is all crochet hats, but out of here I thought again the beaded. I really want to learn how to put like beads in my crochet because I just love the way that looks. So here's a pearl beaded cap. This I think is going to be my crochet dictionary for the time being while I learn more of like the foundational skills, because like I said earlier, I really only crochet off of video, so I will like learn a double crochet to make a item, but then the double crochet doesn't really stick, so I kind of forget about it, and then I'll see another project that uses a double crochet and I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar, but I'm not entirely sure like what that means, so I have to look up the tutorial again. And I think now that I've been in my crochet journey for about a year now, it's probably fair time to learn the different stitches and how to use them and just general best practices of crochet. There are some really pretty motifs in here. They look like snowflakes and flowers. There is an all over pattern. And there's a whole section in here for edges and trim, and I just thought they were really pretty, or I was already having ideas of like how to alter, combine them a little bit with something else to create something that I love. And that's something I tend to have an issue with, is finding exactly what I want to make. So I think someday down the line, when I'm a little more confident in my crochet abilities, I think it'd be really cool to create my own patterns too, but that day is not today. This one is just all crochet sweaters here. This one is the Lion Brand Yarn crochet scarves. I think they're all crochet. Here is the poncho wrap shrug book that looks like a shrug that goes along with the hat book. This is the big book of crochet. It has a whole bunch of projects in here. Yeah, so this is it's called Autumn Leaves Afghan Set. I really like the way the squares look on this blanket. So that's just, I'm getting so many ideas from just looking at these that it makes me want to try something new. So my grandma didn't mean to give me this, but she pulled it out and I started flipping through it and I saw a few things that I really liked. So now I have to learn how to knit because everything in here is a knit project. So if you're interested in seeing me learn how to knit, let me know, because I can post that struggle, but that maybe a for my eyes only sort of situation. Anyways, but here is I guess it's like a cardigan with little buttons down the front of it. I thought this was totally something I would wear. And then there is another kind of cardigan and like cami top. It's called the Butterfly Cardigan and Cami Top. I thought this was just right up my alley and pretty similar to the last one too, so obviously I have to learn how to knit now, and my grandma did give me some knitting needles, so I am going to do my very best and learn how to knit at some point. I am a firm believer in I can do literally anything with the assistance of Google, a YouTube video, or a great book. I've actually used that skill set and replaced like the belt in a dryer before. I've replaced the digitizer for a touchscreen in a car as well, based off of like a Google search, YouTube video, and information manuals. So I feel pretty confident that I can create a curriculum for myself that will be helpful. That's the goal at least. My only concern though is that this is definitely written for a right-handed person and I am very left-handed. So we'll see what kind of roadblock that gives me. So my goal for the first section of my crochet curriculum is going to be learning the basic stitches, learning the variations, learning the abbreviations, and the corresponding, what is it called? Symbol? Yeah, the corresponding symbol. And then I also want to learn how to join pieces together and understand crochet best practices. So I'm going to hop on my computer and I think I'll screen share or screen record to kind of show you what I'm gonna do. I am going to attempt to use Notion, but I'm not a Notion kind of person, so this may be a struggle. Just disclaimer. Okay, so welcome to my Notion page. I have started editing some of this. I'm just trying to get a bit acquainted with Notion since I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I am using this template, so let's go through and start to add in some of the things that I'll be doing. I went ahead and named this Crochet 101 Back to Basics, and then here I'm going to rename the days of the week to week 1, week 2, let's go week 3. We're just gonna hope for the best here. I am also going to edit these tags here and I'm gonna name them by the stitches just because I'm not really sure how else to go about this. I start with single crochet, single crochet, okay, and so on. So I'll meet you back here when I have finished that. I've created a few here. I think I'm going to leave other as well. And now I'm going to add in the stitch variations and I will not bore you with this. So we'll be back after I add in all of the things that I plan to do in my curriculum. So here are all these stitches that I plan on working on throughout the first month of my curriculum here. So I'm going to go ahead and edit week 1. Let's add the study subjects. So for week 1, I want to study my basics. So I'm going to add single, half double, double, and treble crochet. Duration hasn't happened yet. Okay, so I want to review these basic stitches. Let's name it practice area. I like that better. Okay, so for week 2, I think I'm going to work on crocheting in groups and shells, clusters, and bobbles. Let's do popcorn, puff, picot. That may be ambitious, but you know, I can always revise this should I need to. The cross stitch best practices. I'm so sorry if you can hear my neighbors, but they're loud. Joins and then review. So here I want to practice various methods of joining. Cool. Okay, so I think that's kind of where I want to leave my study schedule. I took a moment to go ahead and edit the rest of this Notion page so that way you don't have to painfully watch me struggle through using Notion, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through what I've got going on so far and things that I plan to add. So for my crochet curriculum, I'm calling it Crochet 101. This one is back to basics. So the goal here is to learn basic stitches, their variations, symbols and abbreviations, and then general crochet best practices. And then I'm also going to create a Quizlet later on to quiz myself over these things and make sure I really know it. So what I've got is my monthly study schedule here. Starting with week 1, we are going to practice the single crochet, half double crochet, and treble crochet, along with reviewing these basic stitches. And so for week 2, we're going to go into stitch variations. I'm going to work on groups and shells, clusters and bobbles, and I'm going to practice making swatches of each stitch. Week 3, very similar, except I'm doing popcorn, puff, and peacoat stitches. Week 4, I'm going to do crossed stitches and then also learn about best practices. And what I mean by best practices is learning the difference between the right side and the wrong side, starting chains, repeating tension and shaping, general practice things like that. And then for week 5, I want to work on joining different pieces together and then also review everything that I've been over in preparations to take my little exam, my self-imposed exam. So also in this Notion, I have a little spot to log practice. So I'm going to track how long I spend doing each of these things. I have my goals. I already know some of the basic stitches, but I am not all the way there. But these are my 3 goals for here. And then these are going to be like my resources, I guess. These I need to still fill out and add everything into, but I'm going to add links, photos, all of that, maybe even links to different videos that go over how to do these things since I'm not sure I can learn everything from this book. So I'm really excited to put this into practice. I think I'll start doing this I guess tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so I think this video will go live on Monday as well, so that'll be the first day. I think I'm also going to maybe show my practice day to day, like on TikTok or Instagram, and maybe I'll put them on shorts on here too, but we'll see. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to show this video some love. I really appreciate it as I am a new channel and I'm trying to reach other aspiring crochet artists or experienced crochet artists, anyone, everyone. I want to have a community here in this little area of the internet, and I think it'd be really cool if any of y'all have any tips or tricks, like feel free to leave those in the comments of this video or in any future videos. If I am maybe struggling with something, your words could help me or somebody else too. If you did enjoy this video, to give me a like, comment, subscribe, share, any of it, all of it. Anything's appreciated, really. But if you do subscribe, I will send all of my positive vibes, good energy to you, that you may win every game of Yarn Chicken in your future. And with that, I will see you next time. Bye!